Well, guys, I'll say this much. Raw this week was an improvement from last week. It was a slight improvement. Was it a great, exciting show? No. I mean, it was still kind of boring, and I fast-forwarded through a lot of shit, but it was a okay Raw. I mean, like I said, it was just an improvement. Now, before I get into my Raw review, and there's not really much to cover in this Raw review, I just want to let you guys know that if you are into podcasts, you should check out Chris Jericho's Talk is Jericho podcast with Dave Bautista. Great podcast. It's well worth listening to the 2 hours of the part 1 and 2 of the podcast. Bautista talks about his role as playing as Drax in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, which, by the way, if you have not seen Guardians of the Galaxy, you should check it out. I saw it today. Awesome. Great movie. Great Marvel movie. But I'll get into that a whole nother day. I might make a review of Guardians of the Galaxy. We'll see. I mean, I'm kind of late to seeing the movie, so I don't know. But anyway, guys, yeah. So you should check out that podcast with Dave Bautista and Chris Jericho. He also talks about his recent return to WWE in 2014 when he returned before the Royal Rumble and how the fans treated him like shit. And how some of them did not even care that he was back. And, I mean, it's just really interesting to listen to. So, if you're a fan of Chris Jericho, if you're a fan of Batista, I suggest you check out this podcast. It's on Podcast 1. Look up Talk is Jericho. Alright, guys, with that being said, I will now get into my Raw review. Like I said, guys, it was an improvement, but was it a great show? No. To start off the show, we had the highlight reel with Chris Jericho, and then later John Cena, Roman Reigns, and the Authority, Triple H, Kane, Seth Rollins, and they all came out and were in the ring, and John Cena wants his rematch with Brock Lesnar for Night of Champions. And he threatened to sue Triple H if Triple H did not allow, because Triple H, during this promo, or during this in-ring segment, was saying that, I don't think that even though I signed off on this, I don't think I want to have John Cena versus Brock Lesnar at Night of Champions. He said it would not be best for business, and then John Cena came out and said that he would threaten to sue Triple H and sue him for every penny he got if he didn't agree. And then Randy Orton and Kane and pretty much Randy Orton and Kane and Seth Rollins are saying, you know what, Triple H, let him have his rematch. And then Randy Orton, Kane, Roman Reigns, Chris Jericho all talked about how they want a title shot against Brock Lesnar as well. So Triple H makes a 6-man tag team match with Roman Reigns, Chris Jericho, and John Cena versus Kane, Randy Orton, and Seth Rollins as the main event. All in all, to me, this segment took too long. This was like a 20-minute segment at least. Way too long of a segment. But at least the crowd was somewhat into this segment. At least the crowd was not just dead silent. They were actually chanting for Seth Rollins because it was in Seth Rollins' hometown. So, at least the crowd was somewhat into it, I guess. Then we had The Miz and Cesaro versus Dolph Ziggler and Sheamus. And The Miz's team won after a distraction from The Miz's stunt double, basically Damien Sandow, but he's called Miz Sandow or something like that. Either way, I'm kind of liking this stunt double thing with Damien Sandow. I mean, it's better than Sandow just getting mocked on TV regularly. I mean, at least he's got something, at least. It's not great, but it's something. I actually find it funny that he's The Miz's stunt double for his whole Hollywood gimmick. I find it kind of funny. But, either way, The Miz's team won after Sandow distracted Dolph Ziggler, letting The Miz do his skull-crushing finale on Dolph Ziggler. And The Miz's team won. Good match to start off Raw. And then we had Cameron, Eva Marie, Rosa Mendez versus Naomi, Summer Rae, and Layla. I don't care. Then, this was one problem I had on the show. And this is what the WWE has got to stop doing. They need to stop having the same damn matches every fucking week. They have the Usos versus Goldust and Stardust. They have Mark Henry and Big Show versus Eric and Luke from the Wyatt family. They need to have fresh matches. They need to have different matches. If they have the same match every week, it just is boring, and I don't care about it. I'm just sorry to rant, but I just don't care. Anyway, guys, so we had Mark Henry and the Big Show versus Eric Rowan and Luke Harper of the Wyatt family. I fast-forwarded through this match because, again, I don't need to explain again. And Rusev gets involved and attacks Mark Henry, causing the disqualification. And then the Big Show came in with like a steel chair and scared off the Wyatt family members. So, yeah. Then Paul Heyman comes out and says how John Cena didn't listen to reason and didn't listen to the Hall of Fame panel, which was Shawn Michaels, Hulk Hogan, and Ric Flair from last week. And he didn't listen to Triple H about what's best for business and how Cena at Night of Champions will be a cash cow milked for the last time, and he will get beaten by Brock Lesnar again. All in all, a good short promo by Paul Heyman. Good promo. And I hope to see Brock Lesnar back on Raw soon, because the show is lacking without him. The show needs Brock Lesnar on there. So even if he's just standing there with Paul Heyman, they need Brock Lesnar on Raw more. So yeah, I'm just gonna say that. Then we had Jack Swagger versus Curtis Axel. I did not really care for this match either. Jack Swagger won. It was a dumb, pointless match. After the match, Bo Dallas comes out with 3 people and talks about how Jack Swagger let down each of them with his match with Rusev at SummerSlam. And to me, this was just corny, funny, and stupid all in one. I mean, it was funny because Bo Dallas was just saying about how, he had let down this guy and how he had bet all of his money and he's a farmer, now he has no money. And then he goes on to the next guy about how the next guy has to get deported back to Italy. And then this woman who I guess whose 5-year-old son now likes Vladimir Putin or something like that. Pretty stupid, but I actually am looking forward to this Bo Dallas versus Jack Swagger match. This could be a good mid-card feud. Then we had Titus versus Adam Rose. I don't care. We had Rusev versus sorry guys, I'm going to stop talking so fast. We had Rusev versus Zack Ryder. I don't care. Fast forwarded through this match too. After the match, Mark Henry scares off Rusev and tells him he's getting to be the first inductee into the International Hall of Pain. I'm looking forward to this Mark Henry versus Rusev match at Night of Champions. I actually like this feud right now of Henry and Rusev. This could be a good feud. Then we had Steph talking with Nikki Bella in the ring, and Steph tells Nikki that she gets a title shot at Night of Champions, I think. And then Brie Bella comes out and says Nikki was lying about all the stories that she told, because throughout all of Raw today, I actually enjoyed this better than the Diva match. We had Nikki tell stories about how selfish and bad Brie was, about how she had used Nikki's driver's license, and then she got into a car crash and blamed it on. And then she showed the officer Nikki's license, and then Nikki got in trouble, and about how Nikki had to help her cheat on a test so that Brie would not fail high school. It was okay, but it was better than that stupid Diva match beforehand. But anyway, back to the segment here. So yeah, there was all that, and then I was surprised because AJ comes out and tells Steph that she gets another title shot opportunity because she may have lost to Paige at SummerSlam, but she gets another title shot opportunity. Then Paige comes out, and then her and AJ argue for a while, and then Nikki tells Brie to quit the WWE if she still loves her and all that. And then Brie pushes Nikki into Paige, knocking Paige out. And it knocked both Paige and Nikki out. And then AJ picks up the Divas Championship and skips around the ring. And then we get a tease of a possible feud with AJ and Stephanie McMahon when Stephanie tells AJ to give her the Divas Championship because she was tired of AJ prancing around with it. And I gotta say, if these two had a match, AJ and Stephanie, I think I would like that much better than with Brie. I think AJ and Stephanie would be an interesting match to watch. It would be a good match to watch, I think. But it was just a tease. It's a possibility. So pretty much Steph told AJ to give her the title, and AJ did, and then she walked out of the ring. Pretty good segment here. I mean, this was like a good Diva segment for once. Much better than that, like I said, much better than the stupid Diva match beforehand. Then we had the Usos versus Star and Goldust. Again, I've seen this match about 500 times. I'm getting tired of it. I didn't watch it. I fast-forwarded through it. We had Roman Reigns, John Cena, and Chris Jericho versus Randy Orton, Kane, and Rollins for the main event. John Cena's team won. It was an okay match for a main event. John Cena gives an attitude adjustment to Rollins on the announce table in Triple H's face to make a statement that he is ready to face Brock Lesnar and that he will face Brock Lesnar at Night of Champions. So all in all, guys, for Raw this week, it was somewhat better than last week. It was good having the addition of Chris Jericho. I mean, it was good that they had Chris Jericho back on Raw. They needed Chris Jericho. He played a pretty good role in Raw this week. But I fast-forwarded through quite a lot of matches tonight because, again, they were repetitive. I didn't care about them. They weren't exciting or anything. So I had to fast-forward through a lot of matches, which is not good. Yeah, like I explained. Hopefully next week's Raw will be even better because next week on Raw we have Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton in a rematch from SummerSlam. We got Chris Jericho versus Bray Wyatt in a steel cage match. So these should be good matches next week. I might watch Raw next week just for those. So, yeah, hopefully Raw will be even better next week. And also, at least the crowd was vocal for Raw tonight. At least the crowd was not silent. The crowd was actually somewhat loud for this vocal, like I said. So, shout out to the crowd tonight. Good job. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think of Raw this week. And I will talk to you guys soon. And happy Labor Day.